Hey guys, this is Shane Butler with LemonStreetMusic.com. Thanks for tuning in. This is another video in our beginning guitar series. This one is a finger stretching exercise that we're going to do. And this is going to be level 1 or exercise 1 for the finger stretching exercise. Okay, so we're going to start with our thumb behind the neck up towards the ceiling, just like so. Never on the palm of the thumb, always on the flat part. And you don't want your thumb to be bent like this. You want it just to be relaxed like this. Let the weight of your arm kind of pull down a little bit so you don't have to squeeze so hard with your thumb. Let gravity be your friend and work with you. And so basically we're going to start on the first E string, the high E string. And we're going to use our first finger on the 7th fret, the second finger on the 8th fret, the third finger on the 9th fret, and the pinky on the 10th fret. Notice that there's a nice kind of circular thing happen. My knuckles here are very high off of the fretboard. They're not like this. They're kind of pushed around. Notice there's not a hard angle on my wrist. My wrist is pretty relaxed and it's pretty straight. You don't want this thing happening because that cuts off your circulation and isn't good. So we're going to be more like this. There you go. And nice and round and relaxed. And the first exercise, we're not even going to use our right hand. We're not going to pluck. We're actually just going to squeeze all 4 fingers. Squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax. Then we lift the pinky up. You can't really see my pinky lifting up because I'm going to move it so tiny you can't even really tell, but if you can see, I'm barely lifting it up, keeping it as close as possible, and I'm going to squeeze the remaining 3 fingers without squeezing the pinky. And I'll do that 4 times. There's my 4th time. Squeeze, relax. I lift the 3rd finger up, barely. I'm going to wiggle it so you can see which finger I'm talking about. I'm going to barely move it up, just keeping it a couple millimeters away from the fretboard. I'm going to squeeze the remaining 2 fingers. Squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax. Lift up the 1st finger. Now I've got all 3 fingers lifted, and the 1st finger is the only finger that's down, and I'm going to squeeze that one. Relax on the 5th fret. Squeeze, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax. Then I work my way back up to the 2nd finger. I keep the 1st and the 2nd finger down. Squeeze, relax, squeeze, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax. 3rd finger goes back up, and I squeeze and relax the 3 remaining fingers. 1, relax, 2, 3, 4, and the pinky, all 4 fingers back to where I started. 3, 4. Now we're going to hop to the next string, all 4 fingers. And when I do this, my thumb is actually going to as I change strings, my thumb is going to go a little bit this way behind the neck, a little further and further behind the neck. By the time I get to the low E string, this part of the neck is almost resting against the inner part of my fingers here, okay? And then I'll hop back and work my way back to the 1st string, moving my thumb ever so slightly. So again, I'm just going to kind of do this fast. I'm not going to go through all 6 strings because that'll take too long and it'll probably bore you to death. So let me just do the first 3 strings. We got squeeze, relax, 2, 3, 4, lift the pinky, 1, 2, keeping it close, 3, 4, lift the 2nd, or my ring finger, 2, 3, 4, lift the middle, and I'm just squeezing the 1st, 3, 4, back to the 2nd, 2, 3, 4, 3rd, 2, 3, 4, pinky. Then I hop all 4 fingers to the next string. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Repeat that process all the way back up. You can even do this with me if you want to. 1, 2. This might be actually a little too fast, so you can pause the video once you get the hang of what I'm doing. Hop to the next string and try it yourself for a little bit, and then replay the video, and into this next section we're gonna elaborate on this exercise. So hopefully you can pause it now and run through that, do all 6 strings, and work your way back up. The next exercise, when you're ready for it, is going to be level 2 of this, and basically we're going to squeeze and relax and pluck when we squeeze. So it'll be this: relax, relax, all down strokes. Then lift the pinky, lift the ring finger, keeping everything close and round and relaxed. And I'm kind of speeding it up a little bit just to get through it. Okay, hop all 4 fingers to the next string. Same thing, one finger at a time. Work your way back up. Okay, you're going to do that through all 6 strings. Important thing to remember is, probably the 2 most important things, is to relax in between every one of those motions. By relaxing, I mean you lift, relax the thumb and all the pressure, and the fingers come off of the fretboard, but the string, they still remain touching the strings. So you just relax, completely relax, and let those strings lift off the fretboard so there's no pressure squeezing the notes down. The other important thing is minimize the amount that your fingers move. Don't let, if you're doing this and your fingers going way over here and you're lifting your fingers like this, then slow down, start over, shake your hands, relax, and start over, and make sure that those fingers are staying as close as possible. You may have to do this very, very slowly to start off with before you can get it to where your fingers are not moving but a few millimeters. Okay? Hopefully you enjoy this, get to practicing, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.